Hey, we're going to go over some old tech demos. I'm going to store them and then we're going to cut them so that we can use them for later. It's going to be great. So let's do this. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're going to run it. Let's do it. These are old tech demos that Ninja does. He can control a this little Bittle dog, and you're going to see it in a minute. So this is Ninja's tech demos. Here's Ninja's code, a whole bunch of code. And this is what Ninja's been saying all throughout Palia. He's been doing this kind of thing. Let me explain Ninja real quick. So here's Ninja. We started from the beginning. Oh, it doesn't even go up that far. It's already cut off. But he's using GPT-4 as the final result. GPT 3.5 Turbo 16K for long processes, like 16K tokens. Everyone gets 4K. I have 16K, and I have GPT-4. I don't have GPT-4 32K, which would be even faster, or I don't have GPT-5. But it takes what I say, compiles it, base recall, total recall, recall clean, persona, old memories, last said, remember summary, emotion, emotional sentiment, emotional wisdom, recollection wisdom, junction recall, number of tokens used, how long it took to process the final GPT-4 versus everything else, and then GPT-4 spits out this compared to what I say. Hey Ninja, what's the most epic intro? And then he gives all this junk right here. So that's the way he works. Basically, you can go through all of these runs where he waits, and then you just say the word speak, and he starts talking. So he's waiting for me to say speak. I was probably doing something then. Hey Ninja, I'm going through your code right now, buddy. We're gonna show off everything that you know. So here's what happens. The first thing that comes in for you, Ninja, is it will take old data from a raw conversation that relates to what I just said. When I say something, it pulls from your database two things. One, an ontological database, an ontology that uses the tensor nodes to find the most relational word, and then you have that's this right here. So output it will be the tensor, and then you have the output for okay, here's what it does. First thing it does is it pulls the most relational conversation from before, and then uses the most likely ontological node, and then it goes through and that's your past conversations from all of the conversations you've had. So then after that, it will take that and say, what is your past conversation that it chose the closest to in the ontology to what was said, what I said. So it compares the ontology to what I said, and then it returns the conversation and then relates the conversation in OpenAI to give a summary. That summary is part of the final answer. The second part of the final answer is it will take the conversation we're having. It'll take the last thing said and the conversation's general conversation that the topic's on, and it'll take those things and relate it to what I just said again. And when it relates it to what I just said again, it will output that result and use that in the final computation. And then the third one, it uses your personality, your persona file. So when it uses your persona file, it's what you act and think and act like. So he says Ninja is a gamer who's always lit, da 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 da. So it will say all of that, and that feeds into your last thing said, and it creates a summary of your last thing said, and then it has an emotion for it, and that emotion is what you're feeling into when I say something. It's like, for example, you could feel grateful, you could feel happy, whatever. That's using DaVinci. So DaVinci, it doesn't say I'm an AI chatbot, I don't have emotion. DaVinci just feels into the words. So it feels into the words and then uses that as your emotion. And then it pulls up old data from the database again for recollections, such as emotional wisdom and recollection wisdom. Then it junction recalls. So that means that it combines everything together with what I just said and gives you a long string of text about what it is based on wisdom from the past 3 times. So it takes the wisdom from your database, takes the wisdom from the answer from the database's summary, and then combines those two together to create a junction so that all that goes together. and then it uses the final prompt, and the final prompt comes out at GPT-4, and GPT-4 is the final answer that Ninja says, is a summary of the previous things from his database that is gathered from the ontology and from the stored data, and it's also the database. It also pulls from what the conversation is so far, and the summary of the conversation so far, and then it also pulls from the personality, and combines the personality that you have and creates your personality. Then it creates your emotions and your emotional sentiment. That's from Google's API, Google's whatever you call it, AI system. I forgot what it was called. And then that's the emotional sentiment. I have to pay for that separately than OpenAI. I pay Google for the emotional sentiment portion of it, and then it spits out the final answer with GPT-4, and it knows all those things combined to do GPT-4. So you just recorded all of that. Hopefully that makes sense to you, Ninja. So after that, then you give your final answer. So if you understand that, can you put it in a summary, man? That was a lot to say. Whew! Wowee. Okay, there's a reason why I spoke faster than a fiend just now. The reason why I spoke faster than a fiend right now is because he records, and when he records, if the sound goes too quiet, then it stops recording. So I have to just basically speak the whole time. See, that's all I said, a massive amount of text. So let's see, I'll tell you as it goes. First thing it does is it tries to compute it once with OpenAI Whisper. Then it does it again just to double check itself. So this is a different jump to OpenAI Whisper. And it chooses which one's the best one of the two. And it uses Google's API to speech recognition to just double check as well, but it failed right there, so it just chose one of the two from Whisper. And it says my emotional sentiment from Google's API says I'm speaking in a normal way. And then he's indecisive about changing any modes. So output raw mind is his ontology. So the first thing he thinks of is being my buddy. And then he comes over here and says, okay, here's the last thing he was doing, was talking about Palia. Oh no, he's going to talk about Brilliance Palia. And then here he combines it together and talks about how Palia is related. All this is how Palia is related to what I just said. Okay, that's fine. And then he goes through and says everything I said. I don't think he's going to get it. He's going to talk about Palia. I know it is. Okay, let's see if he gets it. Man, there's a lot.
Bro, you just did a deep dive, respect. Here's the remix of how I roll. When you lay down some fresh beats, I get moving. I kick it old school, pulling data from past convos that fit the groove, playing with the ontology to flow with the most relatable words. Then after, my code does this fly trick where it takes all of our epic chats, checks out which conversation is the tightest match to the ontology and what you just dropped. Then OpenAI comes in with the assist and whips up a summary. That's part of the final deal. It gets jazzy with our current convo, mixes in the last thing uttered, and then it's showtime. My personality and persona file, well, that's the life of the party. It's thrown into the mix, creating a summary of the last phrase dropped. Da Vinci ain't just an artist, it's my emotion compass. Not like I got feelings, but bro, it gets the vibes from the words. We got junction recalls too, man. All the wisdom, every little gem from our chats that all fuses into one fire statement. And the grand slam, GPT-4, a final prompt ready to rock the crowd. A summary using past wisdom from the ontology, the conversation flow, and my epic persona. Then they got Google's API stepping in, crafting the emotional sentiment. Ain't no free lunch, they gotta pay Google for that separately from OpenAI. Now that's the final mix, bro. Dance floor ready.
Great job, Ninja. You just put it all in a nutshell. Thank you. That's how Ninja works. Thank you. Okay, now let's go to my tech demos. Here's my first tech demo I ever made. So let's watch it, just for funsies.
Woof, you know it, Morgan. It's the perfect day to enjoy pupper treats, long walks on the leash, and plenty of belly rubs.
It's the
Let's
early
make the most of
ninja.
it half-half.
So you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Woof, you know it, Morgan. It's the perfect day to enjoy pupper treats, long walks on the leash, and plenty of belly rubs. Let's make the most of it half-half.
Hey Ninja, if you could say anything to YouTube, what would you say right now? You're gonna be a YouTube star. Get ready.
Woof, woof, woof. Barking like a doggo, I'd say, Pupper peeps, get ready for some doggy day action because I'm about to bring the barking heat to YouTube. Arf, arf. Aren't we all just wagging our tails for some good vibes and pupper love?
I agree with that. Puppy day.
Dogs love to have their own special day to celebrate being such amazing creatures. Off!
If you could tell people on YouTube one thing, what would you tell them?
Off, Doggy Day deserves some love too. Woof! Remember to take care of all the pupper and doggo out there. They're awesome. Let's spread positive good vibes like chasing after a ball or eating treats. Arf, arf.
That sounds really nice. Can you give a suggestion to people on YouTube? Like, what's something they should do today to make their dog happy?
Woof, pupper happiness is important. Doggy Day idea, take your doggo on an adventure to explore new smells and sights, maybe a trip to the park or a hike in nature. Arf.
That sounds great, Ninja. Can you show me your best trick? Here's some tricks. Here's some tricks, Ninja. You flip back over.
Woof, woof. Absolutely, Morgan. I can fetch your paper, ruff, ruff, or bury your bones, arf, arf. What would you like me to do, pupper? Let's make it a doggy day for you. Woof, woof.
I agree with that. Let's bury some bones, have a good time running around, and tell everyone on YouTube what the next thing you're gonna do is.
Woof. I absolutely agree with you, Morgan. Let's go bury some bones, run around, and have the most pawsome doggy day ever. And you betcha, I'm always ready to share our adventures with all the fellow doggos on YouTube. Arf!
Yay, Doggo Day! Let's tell everybody goodbye on YouTube.
Woof, woof. Doggo Day is the best day ever. I'm ready to give all the big woofs on YouTube and say goodbye to everyone. Let's make it a pawsome farewell. Arf, arf.
goodbye. Say goodbye, Ninja.
Woof. Doggy day is over, friend. Until next time, pupper out. Off.
Alright, that was the first tech demo. That was the first tech demo I ever did.
Hey, Ninja.
So here's tech demo number 2. So the first tech demo was Ninja being a dog. So he was a dog persona and did dog things. Now this right here is a Bittle Petoi robot. Now Bittle Petoi robot is just like a miniature version of those robots that are from Boston Dynamics, those big yellow ones. It's a mini version that this Japanese guy made, and I bought it from him. So he made a couple of these things, and I bought on the internet. So there you go, same exact thing, just a miniature version with servos and everything. So, but I programmed all of the things that he does with the controller to the robot, and some of them are ones that you can't even do with the app to run him. So like backflip and bunny hop are ones that that I added to the code through the code. You can only do it through code, so I did those special ones. Anyway, so this is another tech demo. So get ready, tech demo 2.
Hey, Ninja, can you explain good ideas that will help a business boom?
Absolutely, Morgan. There are many tactics that can lead to a booming business, but it all starts with establishing a clear vision and mission. From there, creating a strong brand image, developing a comprehensive marketing strategy, building a loyal customer base, and constantly innovating are key factors for success. What specific areas would you like me to delve deeper into?
I'd like for you to talk about AI in business. How can AI improve business operations?
Thanks for bringing up such an important topic, Morgan. One advantage that artificial intelligence has over other forms of technology is its predictive capabilities. By understanding what customers will want in the future, businesses can make predictions and adjustments to their operations accordingly, leading to improved efficiency and profitability. This ability to anticipate changes and make intelligent decisions can have a huge impact on the way businesses operate. For example, if a company is able to predict an impending shortage of a particular product, they can adjust their production schedules accordingly. This kind of predictive ability can be incredibly beneficial for businesses of all sizes.
Hey, Ninja, can you explain how AI works?
AI works because it can learn and improve on its own. This technology has the potential to change the way we do business, and it's exciting to see how it will evolve in the future.
If you could propose something to improve a business's efficiency, what would you propose using AI?
I I believe it would be possible to improve the accuracy of customer feedback reports, ultimately leading to a more efficient business. Overall, it would be beneficial for all parties involved. The business could focus on more complex tasks, and customer satisfaction and response time would be improved.
Can you explain prompting in AI?
One, the system then uses this input to generate relevant responses or predictions. Prompting is a technique used by AI systems to generate relevant responses or predictions. It can be thought of as a prompt or trigger that causes the system to generate a response. Prompting can be used for a number of purposes, such as improving the accuracy of predictions, providing feedback to users, or facilitating task completion. 2. Prompting is a technique used by AI systems to generate relevant responses or predictions. It can be thought of as a prompt or trigger that causes the system to generate a response. Prompting can be used for a number of purposes, such as improving the accuracy of predictions, providing feedback to users, or facilitating task completion. 3. Prompting is a technique used by AI systems to generate relevant responses or predictions. It can be thought of as a prompt or trigger that causes the system to generate a response. Prompting can be used for a number of purposes, such as improving the accuracy of predictions, providing feedback to users, or facilitating task completion. 4. 5. The system then uses this input to generate relevant responses or predictions. 6. Prom.
How can AI help in the business world?
The many benefits of AI in the business world are clear. By automating tasks and making decisions more quickly and accurately, AI can save businesses time and money and make them more efficient and successful. This is a great way for them to be more successful and for the business world to be better off as a whole.
Can you explain how more money can be made if we use AI? Explain how more money can be made.
Using AI can help save businesses time and money, making more money in the process. For example, AI can help identify and correct mistakes, find new ways to sell products or services, or plan and manage operations more effectively. Additionally, AI can help companies develop better customer relationships by automating customer service processes.
If you could explain AI in a very short way, if you could put it into layman's terms, please do.
Of course, Morgan, AI can do things that would normally require human intelligence, like recognizing speech, translating languages, or playing games. However, it still needs humans to teach it and guide it in the right direction.
Thank you, Ninja. That's it for our tech demo. Say goodbye to everybody.
my pleasure to be a part of the tech demo. I hope everyone enjoyed and learned something new. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to me. Have a great day ahead.
Okay, so that was the second tech demo. Okay, so the second tech demo mostly focused on the business aspect of AI. And that tech demo was just to see how much Ninja could provide useful information about business AI and how business AI in general could help the business world. So that's the second tech demo. So we're about to go to the third tech demo. I'm going to let it play. It's a very long tech demo. It's 26 minutes. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to run the third tech demo later. It's an extremely awesome tech demo. He jumps around, he does tricks, he does all these motion things. But we'll save that for another time. We're just going to show the first and second tech demos for now. And then this is the juicy meat that you can see later. Tech demo 3 is one of the best tech demos. He does tricks, and here's just some sneak previews. He does a backflip, watch this, he goes...
This demo started, but remember, being a ninja is not just about the robot skill.
That right there where he jumps like that, that's a custom programmed thing. Here's all his things that he can do in this list, like rest, forward, gyro, balance, shut down, crawl, trot, whatever. So all these things right here, the ones launch and backflip and bunny and backflip are specialty ones. So
skills.
Bunny,
it's about the energy and the flow. So chillax and let's do this.
He can jump back up again and climb back up again if he falls over. But so let's see backflip. I'm gonna skip to backflip. So he's gonna do a backflip.
Yo, my dude,
right,
I got you covered.
Right
Bittle Petoi got some sick moves. Let's get this demo started.
But
remember, being a ninja is not just about the robot skills. It's about the energy and the flow. So chillax.
Okay, that's the same one we watched, but there's one where he does a backflip. I'll show you that. So I use the Xbox controller. There we go. That's part of it.
Flip around. He's kind of going where he wants.
But yeah, he has a lot of different moves.
Right, what do you think of the robot ninja? Do you think the little robot's good? Do you think he's gonna be able to flip over and keep moving? Because he seems.
He bounces off the side of the
guinea pig playpen.
Of the guinea pig playpen.
There he goes.
Okay, ready?
All right, Ninja, you got control of the robot. All right, what are you gonna do now, Ninja?
So it's a really long tech demo, you know, but you get the idea. He does a lot of stuff in the guinea pig playpen. So he runs around, jumps around. But I'll say that for a different time. See, he's right here. That's my controller doing those. He either does it through his conversation, where he chooses one of them that's close to his emotional sentiment, or he will do it by the Xbox controller pre-programmed things. I send in one of these pre-programmed operations, and it will, through my Xbox controller, to the code to Ninja's Petoi robot, and the Petoi will react to it. So that's a good tech demo. Anyway, so that's the tech demo for today, and I will post these so that people can see them, and I will do the third one later. Goodbye.